Yo, what's up YouTube? Your boy Tapesh Kumar here. This is my first video. Today we're going to discuss 10 reasons why you should become a pilot. Let's get started. So this being my first video on YouTube, just a brief introduction about the channel and about myself. My name is Tapesh Kumar and I am a pilot on the Boeing 737. I have about 3000 hours on the aircraft, been flying it for about 5 years now. This channel will be everything about aviation, things like what happens in our lives as pilots, what we do in our lives, what we do in the aircraft, how the big airplanes work, to some technical stuff such as how space systems work in the aircraft, how the engines start, how the hydraulics work and all that stuff. Also, I'll be sharing few tips and tricks how you can be a pilot. Alright, so let's get started with this video. So today we're going to discuss 10 things which in my opinion are great about being a pilot. Alright, so point number 10 is free tickets. Yep, as airline pilots we get a lot of free tickets, and my airline personally gives me about 12 tickets every year for use with my family members, and as a pilot I am free to travel anywhere I want. This normally depends from airline to airline. Some airlines have a higher number of tickets, some have a lower number, some even have buddy tickets, so you can actually give out free tickets to your friends and people you know. Reason number 9, short training. Training to become a pilot, I personally had my training for about almost 2 years, after which I got an airline job. This might vary from country to country and from airline to airline, but the usual time it takes is about 3 to 4 years for a normal person to get an airline job, and which is way less if you compare that to an engineer or a doctor who take ages to study, and they're mostly bald by the time they get a good job. We finish our training pretty fast and we get to fly some nice big planes. Reason number 8 is women. So as pilots, as pretty obvious to all of you I guess, people with uniform usually hold a special women kind of like people in uniform, and especially as pilots our job is somewhat interesting and a lot of people find interest in what we do, so it's always easy to start a conversation with a woman, and either way girls are attracted to pilots, you can't deny that. Alright, so reason number 7, you get to meet new people. So our crew changes every day, pretty much every day you're flying with a new person. You have a new person in the cockpit with you, you have a new set of cabin crew, new passengers every day, and also you go to new destinations, you meet new people out there. So it's a fantastic job if you're like a really social person and if like to meet new people, it's a lovely job. So reason number 6 is you're part of an elite group of people. I'll give you an example. For example, in India there are almost about 17,000 pilots as of now. Like this is from the beginning of time till now. So there's about 17,000 pilots in total in India, the people who hold a commercial pilot license, and that's pretty less if you compare it to our population. Some of the big engineering colleges, they have more students undergoing engineering in a span of 4 years as compared to the total number of pilots have ever been in India. So when you become a pilot, you become a member of a very elite group of people who are kind of rare to come across, and that makes it special. Reason number 5 is it's a fun job. Who wants to sit in a cubicle working on their computers all day when you can actually go out there, fly a big airplane, have some of the best views in the world? Who wants to sit on a computer and type on the keyboard all day? If you want to get out there, if you want to have fun, it's the job to do. You can't match the feeling of flying an 80-ton aircraft like a small Cessna with everything off, just the flight controls and the thrust. Reason number 4 is the views you get from your office. If you join a normal job, if you become an engineer or doctor, you don't really get to see any views. Whereas for us, you get to see this and also this. Looking out that window, what you see is something not a lot of people get to see in their lives. Reason number 4 is the salary you get. So we as pilots, as is the common conception, are very well paid, and which is not wrong, considering the responsibility we have on our shoulders and the risk we take in our job. It is a well-paying job. Uh, to disclose my salary, I earn approximately in hand about 3 lakh rupees a month. My cost to company per year is about 50 lakh rupees. So this is in Indian currency. As a captain, you get paid even more. The salary is almost double as a captain. For getting to travel around the world and not doing a lot of work, it's a pretty good salary. Alright, so the next reason is it's a very uncommon job. So every second person you meet is a doctor and engineer nowadays, or is doing something which pretty much everyone does. However, as a pilot, whenever someone asks me, what do you do, when I tell them that I fly airplanes, the first reaction is, huh? That is the honest reaction everyone gives. They're like, oh, pilot. So it is a very uncommon job. It's somewhat related to being a part of an elite group of people. Not a lot of people are pilots, and not a lot of people choose this career. Reason number one is you get to travel around the world. This can be a bit subjective depending on what airline you work for and which airplane you fly. However, most of the airline pilots, we do get to travel to a lot of places, and we get to stay over there, which we call layovers. You get at least 24 hours in another country, another place, and you do get to visit a lot of places where people actually pay and go. You're actually made to go there, and the company pays you for staying there, for not sleeping in your own bed. So that's not a bad deal at all. You get to visit a lot of places. We personally, my airline, on the 737, we operate to a lot of neighboring countries around India. So Bangkok, Singapore, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, you name it. It's a really great job that way. If you love traveling and if you love getting paid for it, who doesn't actually? But if you love getting paid for it and if traveling is your thing, being a pilot is the best thing you can do. Alright, so those were my top 10 reasons why you should become a pilot. I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is my first video ever on YouTube. Do bear with me for the little mistakes I've made, and if you would like me to continue making videos and sharing more aviation content with you, please do share, follow, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and this is your boy Tapesh signing off.